Let's have a look at the Blitz S6 and the Blitz S10. Now both guns look pretty much identical. They're both black, they both have the standard Blitz body shape, and they even both use the same type of label. That's the 26x12. Using the 26x12mm label makes both the S6 and the S10 quite unique guns. The only other gun that uses that size label is the Mito 1026. What makes these guns unique as well is the amount of characters that they print. So the S6, as it says in its name, prints 6 large characters, and the S10 prints 10 characters. For a single line gun, that's pretty much as many characters as you're going to get. So if you have long batch codes or large prices that you want to be putting onto your products, the S10 is going to be the gun for you. And if you want a visible price and large characters, the S6 is going to be what you're after. Both of these guns function the exact same way as the Blitz PH8 or the Blitz C20 or even the P15. They all use a tractor feed system which pulls the labels through the gun from the top, out the front, and the backing paper comes out the back. So let's have a look at how to load this gun. Both the Blitz S10 and the Blitz S6 use the exact same method to change the labels, so we're going to show you that now. When you need to change a roll of labels in this gun, the first thing you need to do is open the lid. So to open the lid of the gun, you put a finger on each side, apply a little bit of pressure, and you just pull that open. That should stay open like that. Then we turn the gun over, and we'll notice there's a lever on both sides of the gun. We're going to pull both of those backwards towards the back of the gun, and then use the index finger to get underneath the base plate and open that up. You'll notice when we do this that there's a hole directly through the middle of the gun. This is where we need to feed the labels. When feeding the labels, a neat little trick is just to get with your hands, make the end nice and straight. That'll just help them go through the middle. And then you feed from the top and you just go straight through the middle of the gun. That roll of labels will sit in the top of the gun without having to hang on to anything. We just close the lid and that's done. Now we turn the gun over and you'll see that the roll of labels should just fit straight out the front like this. Now, one thing we don't want to do is try and put the labels underneath these two little plastic pegs here or through this roller at the front. We just want it sitting straight out the gun like this. You close the base plate, that should click close like that, and then you feed the roll of labels over the top of this silver roller and back into the gun. And you just apply a little bit of pressure there and start clicking, and the roll of labels should then start going through the gun. You keep clicking until it's nice and flush like this, and then you're going to want to take the first label that comes off and just use that label to pick off the other labels. That means that you don't have labels going back into the gun and potentially causing troubles where you'll have to open the gun and get rid of the other labels. Now you'll see that the labels come off one at a time. Usually takes 2 or 3 labels to align itself, but once it's done, you'll notice a nice clean print and it should be all done. Now, let's have a look at how to change the ink roller. Because it's the same body as most of the other Blitz guns, you change it in exactly the same way, and here's how. Changing the ink roller in the Blitz S6 and the Blitz S10 uses the exact same method as all of the standard body Blitz guns. So we're going to do this on the Blitz S6. To change the ink roller, we're going to need a few things. So obviously the gun. It does help to have the ink roller removal tool, although you don't need this. It should come in the box with the gun. A brand new ink roller. These come in a foil sealed packet, so you can keep these for years before needing to use them. And I like to use a pair of latex gloves because after doing this for long enough, you learn that ink is ink and it will get on your fingers no matter what. Now that I've got my gloves on, let's get started. The first thing to do when changing the ink roller on a standard body Blitz gun is to open the front panel. The front panel is this part here, and we're going to open it by using 2 fingers on each of these 2 tabs on the side. You pull outwards, and it's a little bit tough sometimes, but you do pull, and if you pull hard, you'll see that the front will come off the gun like this, and you've got an ink roller that comes out on a little arm. To get that ink roller out, if you've got the ink roller tool, you just put these sides around the ink roller, you kind of give it a bit of a hug, and then that should just pull the ink roller straight out without the ink getting on your fingers. Once the old ink roller is out of the gun, you take our new ink roller, fresh from the foil packet, and you're going to put that, using your fingers, straight back into those two clips. So to do that, we just drop the ink roller, and you're going to hear a little clicking noise on both sides when we drop this down in there. So we click here, and then on this side as well. Then all you have to do is close that front of the gun, and you're all done. In summary, the Blitz S6 and the Blitz S10 are specialist single line guns. If you're after large characters and you don't need many of them, the S6 is what you want. But if you need lots of characters on a single line for a long batch code or a big price, the Blitz S10 is the gun for you. If you have any further questions about either the Blitz S6 or the Blitz S10, just give us a call at Price Mark and we'll be happy to help you out.